y'all are making too many fucking dope ass points for us not to have this shit. This is
Air it out.
good.
Air it out.
Yeah.
All right, should I hit live?
Okay.
Are we episode 26?
Episode
Yeah, I think
26.
this is 26.
Yeah, man.
We're live.
Yes,
Word.
y'all. You are now tuned
To the
into
beat,
the
y'all.
Melodrama Podcast, episode 26. Sponsored by Freshly Broken Unified Records. I'm joined by JG, Big Trip, and Dima. Fellas, what's up?
Chillin' fam. How y'all been, man?
Good, bro. So, like, the crazy thing is, we were, like, doing our little typical pre-production shit, and we stumbled upon a great conversation. We were talking about different shows, and we are talking about the writing. Is the writing good? Is the writing bad? And JG and Trip were talking about Power and The Wire, and just talking about just the significance of it. So we put a pause on it, and I wanted to bring it back so we can share this with you all, because guys were making so many great points. So I'll start it off, and then you guys just kick it in. So, like, what we were talking about, I was saying that when I originally watched The Wire, I wasn't impressed. I thought it was a good story. I paid a lot of attention to it. I even rewatched some shows because I wanted to make sure that I was doing it justice. Because,
Right.
you know, The Wire was like the rite of passage for the hood. Shout out to the homie Max. I remember he was telling me, like, dude, like, nigga, you ain't watched the fucking Wire? So, like, you know, off recommendations of that, I checked it out. And I was very, very meticulous with getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
When I finished, I still didn't think it was that good. I thought it was a pretty average show.
Okay.
But then Power came, and I didn't watch Power when it first came out. Now I caught up late, like with but watching Power has made me appreciate The Wire more. And then JG, I was saying, and Trip was saying, you were we thought the writing fell off in The Wire, and you were telling us it didn't. So
Nah.
so dive into that a little bit about, you're saying the writing never changed.
Nope, it never changed. They kept he actually kept the same writing crew for the entire run of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the writing that changed. What it was there were players in the story. Each season was a different set of players.
Mm-hmm.
And how shit became to be what it was in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a conspiracy show. It just showed how all these different players affected the entire narrative.
Yeah.
But what you had in season 2 and in season 5, you had characters that a lot of people didn't give a fuck about. That's what it was. It wasn't that nobody gives a fuck about a news reporter. But that's what season 5 was. The whole season 5 was how the news reporters, which is the author, the guy that made the show, he was a crime reporter in Baltimore newspapers. So that whole 5th season was how shit was from their perspective.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying? Which a lot of us didn't care about. And then season 2 was the dock workers. But you heard every one of us, I heard the niggas say, man, how they gonna throw me in jail for selling dope? I ain't got no planes. I ain't got no boats. I ain't bringing the shit here. How I get here? Well, season 2 showed you how I got here. And it showed you that people really don't give a fuck about that because they didn't care about the dock workers either. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the whole story and you see how the shit was, and it just got a little deeper than I think people wanted it to get to. They didn't respect that depth of it. But nah, the writing was still on point, man. It was still poignant, you know, but you had to want to know the whole story. Dig what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah.
And what I was finna say was that I think when these series start or these shows start, I think the writer and the producer, they have an intended story that they want to tell. And I think what happens is when you get hit with that success and the networks want more and they keep signing you on for another season and another season, and you're taking the money. But the thing is, like JG said, like, now you got to focus in on different shit. And it's probably not, even though it's the details of the original show, is not the details that anybody wants to know.
That's the thing.
So
That's
would you
the
guys
thing.
say because I'm a fan of the show, so my emotional attachment to certain characters wants me wanting it to go a certain way. So now
Right.
if it's not going that way,
Right.
the show's not as good because so maybe that's what my thing is because what was a character because like I'm not as well versed. What was a character, the guy, he was the gangster but he was kind of quiet.
Stringer Bell?
Yeah.
You talking about Idris Elba's character?
No, not him.
Or Avon Barksdale?
The younger kid.
Oh, Mike? The gangster,
Yeah.
the killer?
Yeah, damn, I forget which one. He was like he was a gangster, but he was like real quiet and he was like very low key about it. And I don't know, I guess I wanted him to, he was like the last bad guy to die. Like not Stringer Bell. He was like one of the last bad guys to die. And I think I just didn't want him to die. And I think so
But
maybe
that's how they get you, Speed. That's
Yeah.
how they
so
get
right.
you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how any show that it's a series that gets you, even movies, like they get you to root for somebody.
Yes.
So like even though it's not emotional to the point where you really, really care, but
Yes.
you develop some kind of emotional attachment to a character and you want to see this motherfucker win.
Yep.
So and that's what keeps you coming back. So even when like you were saying like people watch Game of Thrones for like all these seasons and you know we watch Power for like 6 seasons and like even people that were Power fans were complaining about the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
But you got attached to either Ghost, Power, Tommy, whatever. You kept coming back to see if the motherfucker that you was attached to or cheering for was
Yes.
gonna win or pull out whatever they was trying to
See.
pull out.
See,
Yeah.
Steve, what y'all saying is you want to see the conclusion of your character's story arc. But The Wire, the story was the character.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So each season you saw like all them cats, you saw basically the conclusion of their story arc at the by the time that season was over.
Yeah.
But it's still more of the story to tell. A lot of people, like what Tripp was saying, that's why the show got canceled. It wasn't supposed to get canceled after the 5th season. But when it started being successful, and then the HBO came at them like, hey, man, we got to jazz this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep this money rolling in. And dude was like, nah, I'm telling the story. This shit is like a documentary.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And HBO was like, well, since you ain't jazzing the shit up, I mean, you did the season about the damn newspaper, nigga. We got iPads now, so they can't.
So
but he stayed true to
that makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in the character I was talking about, it was Marlo. I really like
Marlo Stansfield. Marlo was the most gangster.
He was my favorite one. I was like, dude,
he didn't die.
He did not die.
Yeah,
no, he did he flip?
No, he went straight. He was thinking about going straight, but when he got there, basically he learned what Avon and Stringer learned. When Avon and Stringer went straight, they saw going straight was some bullshit too. But they still tried it. When Marlo went to the meeting where he was finna go straight, he was like, "This some bullshit. I'm going back to the streets," and he went back to the streets.
I think that's the part. Yeah. So, but Marlo was my favorite. He was my favorite character.
Oh, by far. You got my favorite line out of the show. I say that shit to my kids. See, you want it to be one way.
Yeah.
But it's the other way.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just going to have to take this L, player. That's just how it's going to go. You know what I mean? That was,
let me write that one down.
And since we're kind of grouping all of these shows in, I'm a fan of Taraji P. Henson, and I know that they said this was like the last Empire show.
Oh wait, hang on. Before you do that, speak.
Yeah.
There's one thing I wanted to say though.
Yeah.
About because everybody will say when you hear people say The Wire is the best show ever on TV.
Yes.
Them same people will say the second best is Breaking Bad, and some people even flip it. And what I couldn't get into with Breaking Bad was the villains were too good on Breaking Bad. They were super. Gus Fringe was probably one of the dopest villains I ever seen on TV.
Really?
As cool and collected as he was, that was Giancarlo Esposito played him. a crackhead and a chemistry teacher can't take down their empire, fam.
Right.
I couldn't get past that.
So for me,
it was a crackhead and a chemistry teacher, fam.
The story. So, but I think so. When I tried to watch Breaking Bad, I think it was maybe like a year or so ago. It just seemed like my what I was looking for in entertainment was pretty narrow at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering. I don't know, because the story just didn't grab me well enough. You know,
it was. You know what? It did. It was interesting.
I watched I don't think I only got through like a show and a half. I said, this shit is whack.
Yeah. See,
I don't know. And I'm hearing how writing goes now. You gotta watch a couple shows before you can really say this is good or bad.
Yep.
All right. So yeah. So I need to do that. I definitely need to give certain shows a different try.
And you might need to binge them too, fam.
Okay.
So, you know what? Like Breaking Bad. When I got into Breaking Bad, it was the season. What was the last season? I think it went 5 seasons. 2 might have been 6, but it was so. Then it was the 5th season, like right before the last season started.
Yeah.
I got into it where I could binge them.
Yeah.
Because if you're not really buying into the characters, and then you got cliffhanger episodes, you're gonna walk away. Like,
yeah. See, and speaking of, my wife and I, we were gonna rewatch Game of Thrones. That was like on the, we kind of had this, quarantine list of movies and series and shit that we wanted to watch, and Game of Thrones was on that list. It was actually pretty high, and we started rewatching it, and I'll be honest, it just didn't grab us. How I really enjoyed the show, but like it just didn't grab us how I thought it was. I was like, I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon because their season, Game of Thrones, just really ended like about 10 minutes ago. So I think for me it was too soon for me to invest so much time in going all the way back to the beginning again. I just couldn't. I couldn't get back into it. I'm like, you know what? I remember this story, and I saw a few things that I missed originally, then or whatever, that tied some different things. I was like, okay, this could be cool, but it just didn't grab me. So I was like, yeah, it's not time for that one.
I never picked that one up.
Yeah,
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I never picked that one up, bro.
Yeah,
and you know what? I don't know why. It's not even that's not even a critique of the show.
Yeah.
It's just, hey man, sometimes you just look at the cover on the book and be like, I ain't reading that book.
Yeah, for me,
keep it moving.
When somebody who's close to me says, fam, try it out, I'll always give it a try. But if nobody close to me says, yo, try it out, I'm like, fuck that shit.
Right.
Like, I don't give no fuck about that shit. Like,
dude, I was like,
yeah.
It's funny because I probably should have watched it because I watch shit like that. Like I watched like The Last Kingdom and like the Vikings and shit like that.
Word.
But I don't know, for some reason Game of Thrones just didn't. Nothing in me was moved to decide to sit down and watch Game of Thrones. I don't know if it was just too much hype about it, because sometimes like when motherfuckers go on social media and they just talk about something too much, it kind of ruins it for me. So like maybe in like maybe like a year or two I'll go and watch it, but like I feel like some shit like motherfuckers, as soon as they watch it, they run to social media and post about it. And I feel like I just watched it already.
People used to do that shit about Power too. Yeah,
the spoilers and stuff.
And for me, that's such a great point.
I think motherfuckers will like stay up because the Stars app started releasing it like at midnight.
Yes.
On like Saturday or whatever.
Yes.
I think motherfuckers will stay up at midnight just to watch it and then jump right on Facebook
hold up, that was crazy.
Let me wake up and watch it too.
That's crazy what Ghost had did to Tommy over there in the corner when he was under the parking. Yo.
Yeah, they do that a lot. That's
like,
a lot of times. It's funny, man. As much as I like The Wire, dude, I think I started like season 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? After the DVDs came out. Sometimes you just got to do that. But you know what? I'll say this, man. That's how you know it's a great show. And that's why I defended the writing earlier. Because I had jumped in that shit at the end of season 3 after all the spoilers and shit been out.
And still enjoy
and
it.
still the shit still grab you.
Wow,
You
that's
kind of
good.
had an idea what was gonna happen. It was like, damn.
Yeah.
Because they don't, because we all different, and like I could tell you I could tell Trip what happened to Stringer, right? But Trip's favorite character might be Marlo.
Yeah.
So telling him what happened to Stringer ain't gonna ruin the show for him because he's looking at these other characters, other things for him to get attached to anyway. And shit. So,
yeah, dude.
And to the show's testament, I think it just got re-released on like Netflix again. I think I just saw it back on there.
On Netflix?
So,
it was on. I know it was on Hulu.
Okay, maybe it's Hulu because shit,
Yeah.
all them streaming networks starting to look the same. But
Man,
it got re-released somewhere.
And
I
to
know
me,
I saw it.
I have to be
There's
excited.
an option.
I'm happy about that because I remember a while ago, the hottest commodity for as far as like legacy type content, the hottest commodity was like The Office and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing how motherfuckers are paying a lot of money for those, and like this is way before quarantine. A lot of people may know I'm a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, and like they were talking about this shit a long time ago about streaming and like how all these different, for example, NBC's their network is going to be called, their streaming service is going to be called Peacock. So as soon as like the whoever has The Office right now, I believe is Netflix, as soon as that contract is over, it's probably going to be when that it's crazy, man, how it's that's the biggest thing. So I'm excited how shows like this are also now making it to those platforms where it's like, yo, you may have caught this, but you might want to check this shit out again.
Everybody want to make.
I mean, at least The Office was funny. Like Friends, I don't know. Friends never caught me like that. Like one, like there was like I couldn't relate maybe because there was like no black person. And like
I liked Girlfriends. I
had two black friends, man.
I like Girlfriends way better.
And like the whole 10-year run, like
yeah. I know Aisha Tyler was on there one episode, and I think the other one was Gabrielle Union. So the two black friends was some fine motherfuckers, but
Aisha Tyler used to be funny as hell, dude.
She is funny, dude. Yeah. Man, Archer, you don't watch Archer?
What's that?
Archer, it's like a cartoon James Bond.
Oh wow, she's on there.
Mixed with a little Mad TV. That shit, yo. Archer is the shit, fam. But anyway, Archer, you need to check. Hey, the Archer on like up to like 9 seasons.
So this is
one of them motherfuckers funny.
So this is one of those things where I think through my years I've been too serious. I'm the old guy who says I'm too old for cartoons.
Oh, cartoons are for kids?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this happened.
You don't watch Bob's Burgers?
Dude, I seriously.
It's the same dude. Yeah.
Every cartoon that's hot. Like I still be like, why is The Simpsons still on? Like The Simpsons have been on, as long as like Monday Night Raw's been on.
Yeah, like 25 years, 30 years.
So for me, like,
we was in like middle school when that shit came out.
So maybe that's immature of my thinking, but I promise, bro, all of these, I'm like, what the fuck I look like watching cartoons? I'm grown as fuck.
Don't let your kids watch Archer, fam.
Most of them are adult cartoons now. Like, Bob's Burger is not a kid cartoon.
Right.
Like, you might catch a kid watching.
I feel like I would be betraying myself if I sat down and watched adult cartoons, bro.
Fam.
I'd be like, people who watch adult cartoons are weird.
If you letting your kids watch shit like Archer, I'm calling CPS on you, fam.
It's like that. It's that kind of show.
That. It's like that, fam.
Wow, I bet you any money kids love that shit too,
dude. And because they parents are stupid and don't realize what it is. Mm-hmm. Like them parents that think Grand Theft Auto is just a video game. All video games are for kids.
Wow,
Grand Theft Auto ain't for kids, dog.
Dude, but, that's crazy. So this kind of leads to one of the discussion points I had for today. So we're talking about movies. and then I'm just gonna bring this to you guys. I feel like this is a safe space. Sometimes like I don't want to watch my movie with her.
It's called TVs with an S, fam.
Yeah. Yes, those things exist, right?
Yeah.
They exist.
Yeah.
I mean, in every room where there's one needed to have, there's one there. However,
Ain't like back in the day, dog, where
where it's like you got one. If you got two TVs, you balling.
shit. If you had two TVs, only one of them motherfucking work.
And you gotta
So
put
you gotta
put one on top of the other.
Yeah, then you got two.
Yo, so like, but somehow, some way, you know, the quarantine and the Earth's gravitational pull put us in the same space where I'm kind of like, I was kind of, or if you be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, and like, oh, I want to watch that too. Like, no, that's my movie.
So wait,
that's my movie.
Is the
That's
problem
mine.
Is the problem that she's watching it, or is she not watching it and trying to have a conversation while you're trying to watch it?
My God!
Yeah,
So no. So everything you just said, Trip, all of the above, and then it's this, right? So it's this. So you see this, right? And then it's like, what happened? No. Don't ask me what happened, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're in the same room, bro.
Right.
We're in the same room. And then, so like, literally, it's got to the point, I'll just pause the show. And I'll just look and like, really?
Dog.
Really? And then, so this is where, I mean, right now I'm broadcasting in the man cave, and I'm hoping that this doesn't be my primary residence. But like, I'd be like, yo, I thought we were gonna. I thought we were gonna.
She gonna lock him in because you know she's watching it while it's streamed live right now.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought we were gonna watch TV, not listen to it.
Bro, I didn't
because
realize
there's some things that the unspoken, the body language, and then I react like, oh wow. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no. She like, I didn't hear nothing because they didn't say anything. It was body language. That's why you gotta watch TV.
Bro,
I
just throw my daughter out the room, bro. Get out.
Yeah.
Dog, she got. I didn't even realize, man. Like, I had stopped. I got so accustomed to watching TV by myself. Like, I don't hold the remote no more.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the show. She over there on the other couch on her phone.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the damn show started rewinding. I'm like, what the fuck going on? I didn't hear what she said. Because you ain't watching the show. Get out. Put the remote down. Get out. After about the third time, get out.
He said, wow. That's awesome.
Because just like you said, this is how she was watching the show.
Yes.
Dude, with the speaker playing, I'm already like, man, I can't hear the show.
Right.
Like, obviously, she couldn't either.
Yes.
I'm too damn stupid to rewind the show. Man, get your ass out of here.
Right, like where we come from, you just gotta read between the lines. Okay, that's probably what led to this. Yeah, we just keep it moving, right?
Yep, we're gonna keep it moving.
Like, yeah, dude.
You know where that come from? That come from, man. When we came up, you couldn't rewind TV.
Yes, you couldn't.
You just had to. If you didn't hear what that motherfucker said, you gotta wait till the
held it.
Yep.
If you had to use the bathroom, you either held it or you ran to the bathroom and came back as quick as possible and hope you can catch up.
Or you'll say, turn it up.
So I can hear it. Yep. Man, I'm trying to tell you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They must spoil, man.
Man, dude. So my question that it leads me to, since I said that and I kind of put myself out there, so the thing is, hold on, I have to pull it up. So it's when she says this, you're in trouble. So, something happens. So, our significant others, they talk to us in a certain way. We know when it's love. We know when they're a little annoyed with us. Mm-hmm. We know when they're pissed the fuck off at us because how they address us changes. So I was going to ask you guys, what's one of those things that when she says, then you fucked up. It don't even got to be a long ass sentence. It's usually like a fucking word or two.
Yeah.
What are those words when your significant other says that, like, oh shit, I done fucked up.
What the
really?
fuck?
What the fuck?
Really? With a question mark?
Oh, yeah, the really. Yeah.
Really?
So we got really and what
Then
the fuck?
I'm like, shaky maybe? Oh shit. Can I get a do-over? Shit.
What about you,
know?
Trip?
Yeah,
What's
really.
something that you hear where you know, like, oh shit?
I don't like. You got to be upfront with me. Like I don't really do like the hints and the little suggestions that you might be mad. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't tell me that I fucked up, then I ain't fuck up. Like, that's just where I'm
That's
at.
fair.
Like, you know, like
Well, I
either
like
you gonna
that.
say it or it don't count. Like,
That's
I'm sorry.
fair.
Like,
Yo, dude, that's some good shit. He said if
because if you fuck
you
up,
didn't tell
I'm
me,
tell you
I
you
didn't
fucked
fuck up. Right.
So no, like
Yep.
I don't want to catch hints. Like,
Yeah.
shit, I don't catch shit. Like I was a lineman. I didn't have to catch the ball. Like,
Charles
Dude.
said that.
That's fucked up. He said, I don't care how many hits you throw. I ain't catching not a nail one.
None.
even if you throw the hint, and I know what you mean,
Yeah.
like, no, like we
You just gonna let it go.
grown as fuck. We grown as fuck, and if we supposed to be in this shit together, and we supposed to be able to open up and like express ourselves to each other, like, you
Yeah.
didn't say that shit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, keep that shit to yourself.
Dude, yo. That's real.
Man.
Dude, my wife, what she'll do, she'll just look at me and she'll just say, husband. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
Because
that's
the thing
that's
is,
all
like,
she says.
if
That's
the thing is, like, if they not telling you, then like you get to the point where like you walking on pins and needles, and you gonna find yourself reading. You gonna find yourself reading into some shit that you don't need to read into.
Okay.
Because you think the shit might be a hint that you fucked up. So now you like out trying to figure out what you did or how you fucked up, and you might not have fucked up. There might be some shit from like earlier in the day with shit from work, or I don't know, some other shit. Like the fuck, like, you know, if I fucked up, tell me I fucked up, and like we can fix that shit. But
yeah.
you know.
So are you guys okay? Now
And that's my other thing.
Yeah.
And that's my other thing. If we can't fix it,
okay,
or you not trying to fix it, then why are we bringing it up?
Oh shit.
No,
that's pretty
actually
gangster.
real.
That's pretty gangster.
No, that's real.
Well,
that's really
okay,
personal.
but I'm bringing it to express myself and how I feel. Then how would you respond when they tell you that?
Hey, fam.
So if you bringing it to express yourself and you just want to express yourself, I don't need to respond.
So after they express themselves,
well, you should at
like,
least
all
just
right.
say, "I told you that bitch was crazy" or something like that.
So like if they bring it and they whatever. So you know basic communication skills. You rephrase or paraphrase what they said, and at that point, if they're not trying to fix it, ain't shit else you can do. So you're telling me that you feel like this when this happens. Yes. What else can you do if they don't want to fix it?
Wow, dude, that's pretty gangster.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty gangster right there.
That's not really though. Speak, that's normal. But we've been conditioned that that's the worst motherfucker to be in a relationship with. I know. Every relationship advice column I've ever read said that a fixer is the worst person to be in a relationship with. You know, because I'm like, dog, I fix shit for a living.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Guys in general.
Yeah. So if you come with a problem, then we need to fix the problem. No. You want to leave the shit broke? What the fuck kind of sense do that make, dog?
Yes.
That shit don't even register.
Dude, say, yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that?
I want more shit to talk about.
Dog,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
the funny thing is, like, when Demon hit us with his ad-libs, I be feeling that shit.
Man, that shit's real.
I'm like, you know what? He just said so much right there.
With like 2-3 words, like
right on top of what JG and Trip just said.
That's some genuine shit. And it's like,
so, Oh
Look,
man.
do you want to come up with a plan to be able to tolerate this bitch or navigate around this bitch, or do you just want to sit here and just holler and cuss until whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. But why can't I play Hitman on the PS4 while you do that shit? Why I gotta sit here and be attentive while you vent about some shit you don't want to fix and you gonna put up with again tomorrow anyway?
He said,
That's like.
Do you want me to meet the bitch in the parking lot?
I will give you my attention, but you got to divide it by 2.
That's just like
saying.
that's like if Jay came home, it was like, I got a slow leak in my tire.
Right.
And you'd be like, do you want me to get the tire changed? She'd be like, no, I'm just gonna keep putting air in it.
No, tell me about your story.
Tell
me about your stories of flat tires.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, don't you go through this too?
Right.
I'm like, I'm the wrong dude to talk to about problems on the job because I done beat motherfuckers up at work. So.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I can't really give you no advice on, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, if they keep fucking with you, I can fold them up and put them in the trunk of their car and shit, and then, you know, somebody let them out. It will change. I do know for a fact.
It will change.
I'm 3-0 against bosses, and I know 2 of them motherfuckers for sure are no longer them type assholes they was before, man. Assholes work. You know
I often tell my daughter that. I've been telling her that since she was like young. Like if she came home and like there was an issue with something like at school, and like I'd be dropping her off or she'd be telling me about it, I'd be like, so who I need to cuss out or who I need to beat up, and she laughed it off. But like I'd be dead ass serious. Like, who I need to come into school and cuss out? Because like if it's bothering you that much, let's fix it.
Yeah.
Man. Dog, you do not, man. I'm trying to tell you, dude. So yeah, that one is like, it'll backfire though.
Yeah.
Because you'll look up and it's like, damn, it's been about 4 months and you ain't had no problems at the job.
Yeah.
Nah, you just talking to somebody else.
Right.
I just got kicked out the advisory council and shit. So. I'll go back to playing Hitman, whatever. Just let me know. I'll be the military there. Let me know if somebody need to get jumped on or some shit.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, like, dog, I'd be like talking to your wife, like, babe, this conversation could have been an email. You know what I'm saying? This meeting could have been an email, man. I'm just saying.
Dude, that is hilarious.
I got like 15 more Marvel movies to watch and shit. This could have very well been an email.
You said you could have just texted me this shit.
You just text me this one.
Hey, you know the worst part, BJG?
What's that?
It'd be like an hour conversation about like the most minor shit. Like,
and you know why?
Tasha at work don't like me.
That'll be it. I hate that bitch.
But wait,
that's an hour.
So I'm sitting here, and you like, so who is Tasha?
That shit like an extended remix, fam. You know what I'm saying? Out of the song, 2 minutes.
Why Tasha don't like you?
Long, but you finna get the 8-minute version with the extra remix club dub.
You said like you getting the reprise.
Right.
They say the hook.
Then you gotta play CSI detective to get to the information you really want. Like, so who is Tasha?
So
why she don't like you? Did y'all have an argument?
That's what I said. We grown. This ain't middle school. How the fuck a motherfucker just look at you and say, I don't like that motherfucker? That don't happen. You stole that motherfucker parking space. Something happened, man. You know what I'm saying? We adults, man. I mean, at least the only difference between being a kid and an adult is that when an adult is petty, it's because you did some shit to it. Mm-hmm. The kids just be petty just because whatever. But an adult,
I don't like him.
Oh, really, motherfucker?
Because I don't like the way he looks.
Yeah. All right. And then we petty with that motherfucker.
That is hilarious. The funny thing is, more and more, I keep realizing, dude, like, I'm the guy. I'm the person. So, like, in my relationship, I'm the person. I want to talk about like my feelings, and my wife is like more like yeah, this conversation could have been an email. And I'll be like, I need you to hear sometimes I just need to voice my opinion and vent and feel supported by you.
And
I'm not looking. And the funny thing, I'm not looking for a solution. I just want to be able to voice and express myself to my trusted person.
And I hope that email landed in my junk box.
He said, I hope that.
Exactly.
Speak to your home, something about hold me.
Yes, yes, motherfucker. Like I'm not saying spoon me.
Man, that's when you start giving like bad advice, dog. It's like, man, you should internalize more. Internalize more. It'll build up your internal strength. It'll build fortitude.
JG preaching today. He preaching today, bro.
You should internalize more.
Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm working on this new therapeutic method.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? It's called keep that shit to yourself.
Yep. Just keep it all balled up. It'll feel like a knot in your stomach. You building fortitude. I'm telling you.
Dude, that shit is hilarious.
That's that fortitude, man. Then the shit won't even bother you no more. You're building up an immunity. Can I get back to Thor 3, please? Thank you.
He said, please, thank you. He said,
you're gonna still hate that bitch Tuesday.
Appreciate you.
Man, I think the problem for me is like, and I'll ask questions like, so like, do you go to work to be liked or do you go to work for a paycheck? I go to work for a paycheck. So when your check is not there on a Friday, then we can go handle that shit.
Yep.
But if you just mad because somebody not appreciating you, like, you just doing your job. Like, they appreciate you every 2 weeks by paying you what you agreed that they're supposed to give you.
So let me ask you guys this: in this space, right, with the quarantine and all of that, has some of those things still continued even in this digital space? Some of those same kind of conversations, the same kind of I don't like Tasha's and shit like that.
Oh hell yeah! It's still the same. Do you know why? Because that shit could have just been the email. This shit is a fucking email. It's still. I mean, this right here, this dog. They be doing this. They zooming in person.
So do they be like rolling? They be rolling their eyes at they as Pac say,
like
enemies.
She made that face. I know she was looking at me.
Yep.
Even though it's like 8 motherfuckers on this call.
Yep, right. This shit like that bitch.
Hate that bitch.
I know
you see that right there? That face she make right there?
Talking shit about each other houses and shit. Nah, man, that shit don't change. Petty don't go away, dog. How you going with that ugly ass couch? As I sit here with some metrosexual ass painting.
That bitch got walls. Who the fuck got regular walls in their house?
Just saying, man. Dude, I did.
I can hear somebody like, "Yep." And when we was zooming, I saw a roach in the background. That bitch trifling.
Yep. You got roaches, dog. I'm telling you, man.
Oh my god,
dog. This shit is a trip. It's a trip. But you know why that happens, though? Speak.
Her background.
You know why that shit happens? Real talk. Because they don't handle it.
Yeah.
They deal with it, but they don't handle it, man.
Yeah.
So, dude, you shouldn't have to go to work every day in an environment you uncomfortable in.
I agree, man.
But if you just gonna tolerate and deal with shit, that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. You got to change your motherfuckers' behavior.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Somebody, and you know what? Hopefully your company has a department that, man, is supposed to be changing motherfuckers' behavior.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you got to snatch a motherfucker up in the stall in the men's room and just be like, hey, dog, I need you to fall back and we're going to have some problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just be like that. Man.
It be like that. That's
all body
crazy.
Blows, man. That'd be my suggestion. Babe, in the ladies' room, just all body blows. So it don't be no marks. And,
let me teach you these UFC moves real quick.
Right, because if it's one little scar, you get fired.
Yeah.
But if it's body, you say, I ain't touch that bitch. Keep it moving.
Like, are my fingerprints on the bitch? Do you see my fingerprints?
Call CSI. Let that motherfucker come in and take his glasses off. He's still on that fried shit.
Oh man, dude, that shit is hilarious, dude. So
Real talk.
speaking of quarantine, you know, like a lot of people are doing different things to kind of make ends meet, and you know, just enjoy life. And like, you know, sometimes you cook, you make all your food, but sometimes you still want to do takeout.
Mhm.
Have you guys? What percentage would you say during this period of time where you've done takeout? Like, you know, over the last few weeks, how would you say?
Damn. Well, Dima like be over there fake 4-star chefing though.
Yeah, Dima shit.
So
I'm looking for the
So
you know how they have the
I'm
Rockefeller
still waiting
brunch?
on that recipe for them
Yeah.
onion rings, fam.
Yeah, when they have the
shit.
Rockefeller brunch, bro. Like, yeah, I'm waiting for the unified brunch.
Yeah, exactly.
all right. Well, as soon as this Rona's gone, we're
You know what I'm
at
saying?
town.
Yeah, we gotta do that. I try to hit up about twice a week. 'Cause we got a couple favorite spots around the crib, man, and just to help them out,
Yeah.
we go there like twice a week.
Mhm.
But that shit is rough, man, because you know them big giant ass kids.
Oh yeah,
Them
you
motherfuckers
spinning the
"Dad,
arm
can
and
I
the
get
leg.
2 steaks? And, nigga, no, you can't. Who the fuck get 2 steaks, man? What's wrong with you? But so,
Oh
you know, it'd be like that. But
Yeah.
we trying to help them out, man. You
yeah.
know,
What
as much
about
as
what
we
about you,
can.
Dima?
I'm just watching this dog run away. Hold on. I think that's the neighbor. Hey, Sasha, can you look at that dog? Make sure somebody comes picks it up. Otherwise, it's gone. Shit, it's right in the corner there. For me, I feel like we've definitely cut down on ordering out
Mhm.
or doing takeout and stuff, but it feels like probably in half. So if we would have gone like once a week, now it's once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Usually it's been like maybe twice a week, now down to once a week. But it feels like we spend twice as much when we do it.
Yeah.
So dollar wise, it actually like either the same or a little bit more expensive, even though it's less. Because like fucking
Wow.
Papa John's got us. They're like touchless shit, the sealed box,
Yeah.
delivery without contact or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. I want some pizza. Shit, I spent like $100.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I mean,
Damn.
I tipped them well, but
Yeah, that too, but still. What about you, Trip? How many times would you say maybe at this point?
Maybe like once, twice a week. It really hasn't changed. I don't think it's changed a whole lot. Like, well, you know what? It does. It has, because we're not out and about. So like a lot of times we were
Just
just
grab
grabbing
something.
food because we were coming from like a tournament or
Yeah.
some shit like that. But maybe like once, twice a week, like
Yeah.
we might order pizza or some shit, or like grab like some chicken and or some.
Mhm.
Did you hit mute,
Just
fam?
keeping
Oh, there you go.
the refrigerator stocked and shit.
Right.
And,
Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I think we typically do like once a week.
Okay.
But like the crazy thing is, I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to watch what I eat and stuff like that. So like I made like I made a big Instapot of like brown rice so I can eat that throughout the week. But I still want to indulge when I want something. So this last time they were gonna order like some sushi and shrimp and shit like that. I don't even know where they ordered from. And they were like, well, do you want anything from there? I'm like, you know what? At that time, I was like, no, you know what? I said, I'm good. I don't want anything. Actually, I said, I don't want any takeout. Cause for me, I'm like, I'm trying to break my pattern of, it's like once a week or maybe once every, or maybe even twice a week, depending on if we had a bad day at work. So like this time I say no. Right. And we ordered through Grubhub. So, the orders placed, all that shit. And then, so they bring the Grubhub order in, bro. And that shit smelled of loud, of gas, or whatever you kids
Y'all
call it.
food was infused, my nigga.
Dude, bro, the whole, because, just like Dima said, they have everything all protected, right? And then they have the paper bag, the brown paper bag and then everything was all inside. Like literally the bag itself, because I didn't believe my lady when she was like, yo, what the fuck? And the crazy thing for me, bro, that led me to, I was like, dude, you work for Grubhub. I know, and I don't knock your hustle. So you probably eating from Grubhub. You probably doing Instacart. You probably just out here making it happen however you choose, which I salute that. You know what I'm saying? But bro, if you're going to deliver my food and my food reeks of marijuana, I'm like, bro, and I just told my wife, I said, you know what? I said, first of all, I don't know if you can rate people, but you need to put in some sort of something for that. I was like, second of all, if you're willing to have this shit smelling like that, I said, how y'all know that he didn't touch y'all shrimp?
That motherfucker had the munchies. He did.
Dude,
that shit was probably bit and chewed on and shit.
I'm like, how come none of your shrimp got tails, but it wasn't shrimp without tails on the menu? So he probably was like, oh, don't nobody eat these. And he ate all the tails off all the shrimp.
Just chewing on them.
And then put the shrimp back in. So my thing, I was like, yo, I said, no more takeout, fam.
Dog came in and handed y'all that shit. Was like, hey, you gonna like that shit.
Yo. Like, yo, this shit right here. Hey, that sauce is everything, fam.
You know what I'm saying? Watch.
That sauce is everything, fam.
Damn.
Yo, I told my wife, I said, no more takeout.
Nah, we do the pickup, man. We do the pickup.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
yeah.
And you save money that way as well, because what you're paying for that, for them to drive and bring it to you. I'm like, and they had that option to do that, but I don't know what they were doing because I was working or whatever, and they chose to have it delivered anyway. But bro, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I went straight to the phone. I said, and I put for discussion topics, I was like, Grubhub.
Man, so you know when it was cool. Like I was working late. Me and the wife was both working late. The kids wanted something at the crib.
Yeah.
Then it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't really mess with the Grubhub for the most part.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I tried.
For me,
Grubhub.
I mean, the kids can get fucked up, but yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you know, I tried that. So. I did Uber Eats like once. You know, but it is what it is. But yeah, but I just thought like, yo, if you're out here working, man, like no matter what you do for a living, you gotta have some sort of tact, fam.
Nah. See you getting into them respectability politics again, fam.
Man, it's
a thin line between professionalism and respectability politics.
So actually, the funny thing is, that's a beautiful, beautiful segue. I wanted to share with you guys, you know, because we different shit has been happening. You know, we done talked about the primary election. We done talked about, you know, we done talked about the motherfucking shit with Trump and states opening back up and all that shit. And I had a moment like last week. I had a day, bro, where I was just like, I was like losing faith in humanity. And like one of the things, I'm the worst person to be around when I start like pontificating and thinking about things like that. I've said it on the show, like, yo, this is, you know, economy over humanity, right? And I usually just leave it at that. But then I just got to thinking. And it just like, it was just such an overwhelming thought. But it led me to just think about so many different things. Like, you know, we talked about maybe last week, they're looking at a count of casualties. They're saying it's okay. These people are going to perish. I
overheard the cost of life from our last conversation because we were talking about that, right? And like, what is the cost of life? Where's the fine line? And it came out because they were talking about how now there's potentially theories that, you know, this did come from China, and now these Chinese scientists who are coming out and talking about it, how it did come from a lab. And China's trying to shovel it under the carpet, if this is in fact true, because they're afraid of lawsuits for so many lives around the world lost.
Yes.
And the U.S. would be kind of the first to go after them as far as lawsuits. But they were saying it's $10 million per person.
Wow.
That they would sue China over if that was the case. So if you look at 50,000 people in the United States,
jeez,
that's 500 million.
I guarantee you some of them motherfuckers is not worth $10 million, fam.
That's what they were.
I guarantee you. There's some piece of shit type of motherfuckers out here catching that shit too.
Yeah, but is that what's projected that each person would
I guess, contribute to the
No,
economy, or
it's like, oh, this
That's
life
all. That's
got lost
punitive.
because of
I
what.
think I think it's kind of like punitive.
Yeah, it's
Like, so,
punitive
for example,
damages,
to assist with the mourning of the families and all this other shit, the totality is $10 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Like, so, it really.
But when you look at economy, they're probably looking at how much money are we going to lose economically versus how many people are going to die, and what's the potential of that expense compared to. So that's the line they're probably secretly walking.
Oh, for sure. And the thing is, like, when I talk to my kids, when I talk to my two daughters in Georgia, because they open it back up, and you can hear it when I'm talking to my 15-year-old and my 19-year-old, and they're saying the same shit that we're saying. So it's so blatantly obvious. Like, nobody's being fooled here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the kids can see it. So my question is, as I was sitting here and I was having all these fucking feelings and emotions and shit, but it's like, and it took me back to what JG was saying, and a lot of shit that I say when when I'm in a group text with my homie Phil. It's just like, how long are we gonna just sit idle and just be like, damn, that's fucked up?
Yep.
And then, like, what specific actions can people rally behind? Like, I know for a fact all four of us have a few things that we just don't agree upon. There can be, like, we were just arguing The Wire and Game of Thrones and shit, right? But we exist as a podcast because there is some shit that we agree upon, and we even respect each other's differences.
Right.
So it got me to thinking. I'm like, okay, so you can sit back and be, woe is me, the world would be better if we loved each other. You can go down that lane, and that's where the fuck I was. It was just crazy, bro. I was like, man, love is the answer. All we got to do is love, and we gotta love everybody. But I'm like, okay, fine. That now, and then reality hits you, right? And I'm like, okay, I can't sit here and just be in my feelings. So my thing is, like, I think what we need to be doing as people is monitoring how much we're like, yo, that's fucked up, and compare that percentage of time we spend on that to the amount of time we spend on trying to do something, to take some action to make things different. And I think, all the other things will take care of themselves when you begin to take action on things that you are not necessarily pleased with. Until then, we can't really get mad about how shit's happening to us, bro. We can't. If all we gonna do, say if all I do is hop on here and berate Trump and berate them and all of the other shit, but then after we leave meeting, I just go chill, have a couple drinks,
right,
and then do the same thing next week. But I have taken no action myself.
Man,
I'm just as bad as the people spewing the propaganda. So my thing is,
that's true.
One of the things that, like, I'm not, I saw somebody say, quarantine is not a productivity contest. I saw something today. It's like, if you spend this quarantine and you don't come out with a new skill or a new hustle, you never wanted anything in life. And it's not that you didn't have time. It's just that you lack discipline. So I'm like, yo, fuck all of that. My biggest thing is, I'm like, yo, the people that are a part of your life, how can we keep that, make iron sharpens iron, not just a fucking phrase. That's all I give a fuck about. That's all, because
that's who you with.
Yeah, that's humanity, right? So now JG can pull me to the side, like, yo, speak. Fam, you out of pocket, you need the X, Y, and Z, because that's my guy. I'm going to listen to him because that's my guy. So JG, in essence, makes me a better person. That's the shit that we got to do. And then we do it on a political level and shit like that. Like, that's the type of shit, man. And
we have the time for it now.
And I even had to come to grips with, guess what? Don't be mad if other people don't want to take action, fam. It's okay.
Yep.
Everybody, and I look at my growth as a person. I'm like, I remember being like, man, well, if I'm doing this in the community, why aren't other people? It's like, no, that's okay.
Yep.
Because some people, that's not their forte, that's not their calling, and some people they just don't they don't want to. Guess what? That's okay.
That's okay too.
And we don't have to shame each other. Like, just do your part and keep it moving. But we don't gotta ridicule nobody else.
The only time you're gonna see me raise up in this situation is if you're making it worse. Don't do that. Okay, if you're gonna be inactive, be inactive. But if you're out here doing shit to make it worse, that's not inactive. That's actually proactive. It's just negative proactivity.
Counterproductive.
Yeah, we can't. Don't do that, fam. You know, I mean, okay, if you don't give a fuck about social distancing, I mean, okay, I guess. But now you out here, no mask, trying to cough on motherfuckers, that's different.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You having the barbecues and citywide parties and shit. I got issue with that. Don't make it worse. Just you know, go on and avoid that shit. That's my thing, man. Cause and you know what else too, man? If you don't believe that shit is what is being said, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you think they're putting out misinformation, you can't match that with your own misinformation. I'm gonna correct that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you have we got an damn dog.
Who was that? Is that your dog?
Trouble, man. He want to play.
That's what that is?
Yeah, he's standing in front of me with a toy in his mouth.
So check it out, though.
He
sound like you about to get fucked up.
Check it out. So Trip is my guy. Trip is my brother. I love Trip to death. Did you hear that? This is why I don't ever go inside of Trip's house. I mean, did you hear that? I mean, that didn't even sound like a dog. That sounded like a lion, bro.
Hey, Demon, we're recording, right? We recording video too?
Yeah.
I think we finna get a World Star video. That motherfucker sound like a Trip. You about to catch hands, man.
Like, fam, that sounds like one of the dragons on Game of Thrones.
It really did.
I'm like, this Trip is my brother. This is why I don't go to his house. I will stand right at the door, be like, hi.
Man. I'm telling you, dog.
And I'm kind of holding the door because I'm like, okay, the dog is pretty big. If he wants to come outside, he's pretty much coming outside. So I just be like, I can't pretend to be. I can't be afraid, but I'm afraid. So I have to be calm, but I'm not. So if Trip opens his front door too fast, I'm like, whoa, like, what's up, nigga? Like,
dog say, you ring Trip doorbell and then go get on top of your car.
Yo, I have done that.
No, he just call and tell me he outside.
Yo.
You just call it as we say,
tell me he outside.
Dog. I ain't mad at you.
That's after I walk to the front door. It's like, man, I ain't afraid of no dog. And then I go back to my car crying, and then I text you from the car that I'm outside.
Are you coming out? Yeah.
Dude, stop.
Oh, man. That is funny, dude. So shout out to Trouble. Trouble has made the podcast.
Yeah, he did. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Trouble gonna be that's our S1W right there.
We got a mascot, dude.
Yeah,
we got a mascot.
You got a badge, you got his little S1W hat.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Oh,
Taboo
dude.
Funny.
Dude,
but yeah, man. So I think we at least owe each other that responsibility, dog. I ain't gonna make shit. I ain't gotta necessarily fuck with you.
Yep.
I ain't gonna make your shit worse. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Your boy had me heated the other day, though, fam. I couldn't even really express a thought.
Talk to me.
Your boy Trump, man, with these damn daily fucking press conferences, man. That shit.
So I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He needs to shut the fuck up.
So I haven't been paying attention. But then the next couple of days, I start seeing these different memes. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck did dude say? And, I'm kind of letting entertainment hit me this way. And I'm keeping my sanity by not following politics so closely. So basically, what I gathered is he says some dumb shit that endorses ingesting Clorox and those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. And sunlight.
And what exactly did he say?
And sunlight, fam.
That and sunlight, you'd be fine.
Sunlight.
Wow.
Hold on. You know what, man?
Hey,
hold on, dog.
that's have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
Let me,
wow.
Let me. I can't really talk about that right now. I'm gonna share my screen, man. Let me know if y'all can see.
Yep.
Y'all see my Facebook page?
Not yet. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yes.
If I play this video,
Okay.
will y'all see and hear it?
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Just share the audio when it said share. There's a little box that you check at the bottom to share audio. If you didn't, you might have to reshare it.
Okay, then let's go. So what I go new share then?
Yeah, new share. Do the same thing, but there's a little checkbox at the bottom that says share audio.
Computer sound. There we go. All right. Demo on the 28th and 29th.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
Hold on, fam.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't think y'all heard me.
Hold on, speak.
This motherfucker says sunlight on the inside of your body. On the inside. He said that in a room.
What the hell? Oh, my fault.
Full of intelligent grown-ups. Adults, fam. This is how you get superpowers in a fucking comic book. Man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Ain't nobody named Kal-El around this motherfucker, man. What? Stupid ass boy, man. What the?
Stupid ass boy.
Do he know he Caucasian? Bam, you Caucasian. Bitch, sunlight kill y'all on the outside of your body. How the fuck you gonna put on it? Why the fuck do he talk, fam? Why he talking, man? This hoe got the mind of a fucking toddler. Oh, 31-month-old ass nigga. Man, what the fuck is wrong with... Hey, fam. I'm really losing respect for motherfuckers, man. I promise you I am. And don't say that motherfucking name around me, dog. Don't even say his name, fam. Please don't.
Okay.
Make it light on yourself, man. Don't say that motherfucking name around me. Sunlight, man. What the fuck? What, are you gonna take a pill, nigga? You got a sunshine pill, nigga? You take that motherfucker. How the fuck you gonna get sunlight? God damn. God damn.
I can play you.
Sick
Dude,
of all you
hold up, dude. The name is shows Sunshine Pill.
Dog. Hey, I can find you. Now, in this, I can play you the quote. I don't know. I
can't.
mean, this
Dude,
what he said, but
and while you're doing that, I have to say this is probably a podcast first to play a soundbite of yourself.
Dog,
is the dopest shit ever on your own
podcast,
bro. Like, yo,
say that shit no more.
That shit was dope.
I can't say it no more, dude. I'm like, man, I don't even know if disgusted was the word. Like, dog, you.
Man,
he legit said, they might have updated it now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look at the title. He suggests light and disinfected treatments for coronavirus.
Dude, I wonder what kind of drugs does he do? like I wonder what kind of drugs does he do?
There ain't no drugs, man.
You can't.
Insurance isn't always your best bet.
Is not a drug.
Easy way
It's really
is to
not.
save up to 80% of your prescription. You type in the name of your prescription, you find a coupon, and save. GoodRx works at virtually every pharmacy in
Hey,
America.
we don't really fuck
This year
with
will save
GoodRx.
Americans over $1 billion on
They
their
ain't pay us
prescriptions.
no money, so fuck
There's no
them.
membership
They
required
wanna
with
pay us some
GoodRx.
money,
It's
then
totally
I'll
free,
pay
and we
that
don't need
shit up.
any personal information. Go to GoodRx.com to see if you can save on your prescriptions.
You ain't gonna save shit until they pay us.
You ain't gonna say.
With no silver bullet to knock out the coronavirus, President Trump is suggesting medical experts look into exposing the human body to light and heat as a possible treatment.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
President Trump even posing the question to Dr. Deborah Birx.
Yeah. You cannot put light inside the body, fam. You just said you can do that. You can't do that.
Dude.
Ultraviolet lights, man, that they use for cleaning. I'm an HVAC guy. We got ultraviolet light that we put inside the ductwork. It kills all germs, all of that shit, instead of your filter. It's a UV light.
Okay.
Everything, right?
Okay.
That's in fucking ductwork, man. That ain't in your damn chest. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? Right? But he ain't through.
Works on his coronavirus task force.
Deborah, have you ever heard of the heat and the light relative to certain viruses? Yes, but relative to this virus?
That is a treatment. I mean, certainly fever is a good thing when you have a fever. It helps your body respond. But not as I've not seen.
It came after Bill Bryan, who leads Homeland Security's Science and Technology Division, said his researchers found the virus does not survive in warmer and more humid conditions.
The virus dies the quickest in the presence of direct sunlight.
But the virus has thrived in areas with more humid climates like New Orleans, South Florida, and overseas in places like Singapore and Brazil. Bryant later added that heat alone would not kill the virus, and people should continue to follow social distancing guidelines.
It would be irresponsible for us to say that we feel that the summer is just going to totally kill the virus and that if it's a free-for-all and that people ignore those guidelines. That is not the case.
President Trump also pondering the possibility of injecting someone with a disinfectant.
Then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning that you're going to have to use medical doctors with? But it sounds interesting to me.
20 medical experts are nearly unanimous in saying that unproven treatment.
Yo, dude,
let me stop
the crazy
sharing.
thing is, I mean, I appreciate you playing those clips to bring reference to me. This is amazing, bro. The leader of the free world. Want you to have a
insides.
He wants you to have a Clorox cocktail. You get a little Ciroc, some Clorox.
I think you know what? You got to drink some bleach, then you got to play jump around so you know you can get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Moving around inside your body, man. That motherfucker said that shit, man, on national TV, dog. Hey, but wait, it get better. That shit, I was done. As y'all can see in my video. Yeah, I know I need anger management. Man, fuck y'all. Say that. But dog, I was clearly incensed by the stupidity of it. But here's why. Let me tell my peeps. I ain't gonna share all my Facebook shit with the viewers. But there's a story that came to me, man, about 6 years ago. This happened.
Okay.
I'm working I used to take care of a bunch of hospitals and clinics, doing the HVAC just in those clinics. And I was working in an operating room, and the nurse was in there cleaning, and the shit smelled funny. I asked her, what is that smell? And it was the shit she was cleaning with. It's called Cavicide.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, we have to use this in the ORs. This kills everything. It kills HIV and blood and all of that. And I looked at her, I was like, damn, for real? I was finna say like, damn, for real? But she stopped me and she was like, wait, hold on. No, it doesn't kill HIV in the body. This will kill the body. You can't use this for anything medical. It is just for cleaning and
for surface.
And she went into all of that shit, right?
Like, let me just, yeah.
Right. And I was like, yeah, I could pretty much tell it was some poison. She was like, no, I didn't mean no offense, but I got to say that because it was irresponsible. It's irresponsible for me to say what this shit does to people that ain't in the medical field, because take little shit and run with it.
You're right. So like you took that
2 days. Well, hold on, let me just finish this point. The next day, hospitals started reporting spikes of people, kids ingesting disinfectant.
You talking about after this?
The day after Trump said that shit.
Wow.
That's why I was so pissed off, man. Misinformation is dangerous, man. You got motherfuckers already paranoid. And we're paranoid and we're underinformed because it's a lack of information available. They still don't know what this shit can do, right?
Yeah,
and
man.
then you put misinformation out and motherfuckers grab onto it, dog. Motherfuckers out here drinking bleach and shit, man. Kids too.
So, like, this shit is so new and so and so much is so unknown that, like, so I dropped off an order to my homegirl I went to college with the other day. She is a nurse, and she was just telling me, she's like, every day she goes to work, there is a new thing that they have to do, a new
development,
procedure or something, because they're learning about this every day. So now, so now, like, if you go to the ER, and you know, at first we were thinking the symptoms were just like the fever and the congestion and shit like that. So now, if you go to the ER and you have high blood pressure, they're going to test you for coronavirus because somebody had the coronavirus and they had a high level of liver something, whatever.
Okay.
And now they are working under the assumption that is also a symptom. So they're learning shit every day.
Yeah.
You know, to be dumb enough to, like, open up and, like, they still ain't really figured this shit out. Like,
Well, the cool thing though, I do appreciate you guys bringing this information and knowledge here. And because, like, I mean, even, you know, if we were able to just help one person that was maybe considering some dumb shit, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the information that you're talking about, JG, coming from that world, and Trip, you having that direct contact and conversation with that nurse, like, something as small, like we were talking about earlier, doing our part. This shit fucking matters because like you said, when people are afraid, in desperation, people do just dumb shit. Because logic goes out the window because it's like, you know, it's like survival and shit.
Even the people that we usually tease that say, you know, they don't do research, because most people don't. But even the people who do their research like us, there ain't shit to find yet. The main thing the social distancing is doing, man, is preventing the hospitals from being overwhelmed so that the information can be discovered.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? They can study a patient now because they've got the room and the resources. If they're overwhelmed, all they can do is treat.
Yeah,
so,
to what comes
and that's the other thing. Like, you got all these people spreading misinformation. So, like, I think somebody was like, one of their arguments to reopening was saying that if we're furloughing nurses, then the virus must be under control. No, that's not what's going on. No. What's happening is, and this is another thing she told me the other day, is that the nurses and doctors that are furloughed or whatever are specialty nurses and doctors. So, hospitals look empty. Yes, there are nurses and doctors that are not going to work, but that's because they do specialty procedures. They are not doing any specialty procedures at this moment. Even me being a diabetic and other diabetics I know, we are supposed to be going to the doctor at least once every 3 months. They're not even seeing us. Our doctors are telling us, look, if there's not even issues and you got your numbers under control, I'll just send over your refills.
Gotcha.
Or we can do an appointment via Zoom or video chat, but if I don't need you to come in, then I don't want you to come in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know, but and Trip, you might need to adjust your mic. You're sounding a little bit muffled.
Oh, my fault.
I think
the dog got around your throat.
No, man, like
weird.
The only way I could get dudes to stop barking was I had to play tug of war. So if y'all saw like my phone shaking.
Oh, that's what you was doing? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was whooping your ass.
or taken out of context, it looks like something else is happening.
Man,
Paul.
yeah, I was like, damn.
Just for that,
taking them body blows like a champ.
Just for that, just for that. When we done recording, me and Trouble gonna get in the truck and come to your house.
You going to Speak House, huh?
I'm gonna call the pole in the lease.
Trouble gonna knock on the door.
He got license. He got a rabies shot.
No, I'm like, yo, that dog, you see that dog right there? The one sound like a lion, he's sending me threatening text messages. Now he outside my house.
Dog, you said that like the dog got his concealed carry license and shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
He do.
Yeah.
He's registered.
He
registered with the city. He registered with the city. He got a rabies shot.
Nope. See, nope.
Oh, stupid.
I'm like, I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed by Trouble. Like, yeah, he was at me on Instagram Live.
Hey, and they gonna laugh at him because as long as I got him on the 6-foot leash, and Trouble has no bite record, you have no plausible cause to feel threatened.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Check that out. I didn't even realize that was dang.
Man, dude.
If I got him on a 6-foot leash and I can demonstrate control, then you can go the long way around, but you can't call the cops because he's on the leash.
You see, you can take the long way home,
and I have him under control. And that's the other. Like, there's an ordinance for pit bulls, and that's why like my son can walk them around the yard, but he can't walk them like down the street because he's not 16 yet.
Gotcha.
Once he's 16, he can. And he still has to be able to demonstrate control.
That he got control of him. Yeah, because that motherfucker is a big-ass muscle.
Yeah.
The dog is pretty much a big-ass muscle, dog. That motherfucker's strong as hell.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I often, I know that I probably will never get a big dog, but it's like, just because there's just not enough fucking room.
You'll get like one of the man place dogs, fam.
No, if I had my choice of having a dog, I probably at this rate, I probably would go with like a Doberman.
But see, and see, that's the misconception.
That's a big dog.
That's a big
Well,
dog.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. I'm saying if I had my own choice, I'm saying I wouldn't go for a big dog now because my lady and my kids and all of that. But if it was totally up to me, I would definitely get a big dog.
So even though Trouble is considered a big dog, he's not a big dog. He's a pit bull, so I mean you can get a big pit bull, like you can probably get up to like 100-something pounds. You got those freak pit bulls that are like 200 pounds, but they're usually not 100% pit bull.
Right.
There are dogs that are way bigger than Trouble, like mastiffs and
hell yeah,
all kind of other shit. Like those are big dogs. Like
man, I did a
pounds easy.
Dude, I did a family visit with a family, and they had 2 of those mastiffs. And I walked in the house, and I had heard because I was there as a supervisor. This is when I was working in a different department, and I heard about the dogs or whatever. And like, yeah, they keep them in the back. I go in the house. This gate is so small, and when I look I look to the back, my spidey senses lead me right to the kitchen. I'm like, oh, there they go, right there. I was like, yo, did a horse just walk through the kitchen, man?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? I'm like, dude, I think I just saw a horse in the kitchen. I'm like, dude, I don't know how long we'll be at this meeting, bro, because that little gate, if they really wanted to get out of there, they had to be well trained on some level. Because I'm like, okay.
Well,
if they really want to get out, they can get out.
Yeah, but that's one of the things where, like, so that gate has been that gate since they were puppies.
Right.
So it becomes a thing where that gate is just standard to them, and it means don't come out.
Yeah. That means this is your boundary, regardless if you can get through or not. So help me out, because I know, Dima, you have dogs as well. So does that mean if my dog just continues to just defy, like, okay, want to get through that, whatever, then that dog just simply isn't well trained, or is that also a myth? Because a lot of this propaganda, because people are basing all their knowledge on untrained dogs or not dogs that are trained well.
Well, it takes time. Like my 6-month-old pit bull, if we put a gate up, she won't try to jump it, but she'll whine and continue to whine and just be annoying as shit. So you got to continue to, once she quiets down, reward her or like show her, hey, this is you're kind of locked in, and then when she does what she's supposed to do, reward her to show her, hey, good job.
Gotcha.
So it takes time.
Yep.
It does take time.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's definitely one of those things where, like, so Trouble's like 5 now, but it used to be a thing where, like, if I open the back door and I'm taking him out with me, he had to be on the leash before I opened the door.
Oh, word.
Because he was just going to take off, squirrel, fly, bee, you know, whatever it was.
You said he saw Nat, he out here.
You know, but now, like, at 5, like, I can walk out and I can be like, come on. And he's going to, like, stay on my hip, you know, until I connect him to the chain that's out in the yard. Whereas, like, at first, I used to have to walk him from the door to the chain in the yard on the leash, you know, because he's just going to run. But now, you know, that's not an issue. So, but, you know, that's like 5 years of training.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely get a bad rep for shitty trainers. It ain't the dog. That's definitely the shitty trainer, man.
That's what it's about.
My old neighbors used to get pets that I forget, they had a word for it. They were just problem pets, trouble pets, nobody wanted.
Rescue?
Yeah, a lot of those. They actually had a dog that was racist, but he wasn't really racist. It was just that his previous owners were African American, and they like
and they probably beat the shit out of
fire and shit. Yeah.
Damn.
So I guess I look like the motherfucker, so I don't know, because dog, I see that motherfucker chilling with everybody until my ass come out there and he go off. They had a muzzle on him and stuff, man. But they got him back right. They're some good dog owners. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
It's a lot of bad pit bull owners, fam.
Part of him getting back right was you coming out the house and not fucking with him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a good point.
It's like your brain is fight or flight. Every animal has fight or flight. And it becomes a thing where, like, once you experience something that hurts you, your body is not going to allow you to experience that again without giving you some type of feeling.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, like, the dog had to be retrained to see that, like, you know, everybody isn't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And they put in the work to do it. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what's up,
so,
dude.
Yeah, they're good people, man. But yeah, man, but then you got them ones where you didn't heard niggas, I feel you put gunpowder in the dog food and make them mean and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, fam.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's
You
crazy,
know what I'm saying?
but I think that's good to know, though. Like, because you know, like in my neighborhood, there's like a few different new dogs, and the whole thing for me has always been like, well, it's not about the dog; it's about the owner. Like, there's like a therapy dog in the neighborhood, and then you know, we have a dog, but it's like, you know, it's all about the owner, dude. And then even when I've even found in the same household, my dog, she's pretty small, but it's like me walking the dog is different than my son walking the dog. And just you know, I find what people were telling me, like, you got to be calm, you got to whatever. They sense your emotions. If I'm cool and calm, my dog is cool and calm. Even though she's actually been attacked by other dogs in a little complex, but it's like, if I'm calm, she's calm. But if my wife is walking in the dog and she's nervous, then the dog starts wilding out. So it's interesting, fam. But so what I want to do is we're gonna bring this show to a close. But I wanted to see if there's anything burning and pressing that folks wanted to discuss before we end it. One of the things I actually wanted to discuss is when we were talking about the pandemic and shit, is like really just take a second to shout out, like, you know, we lost Fred the Godson, the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I only know him as an MC. I didn't know him, you know, personally or anything like that. But he's one of those MCs that when I first heard dude, I was like, man, he's got some of that he's talking that fly shit, kind of like how Jay-Z and Cam used to. But his bars is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? His bars, you know what I'm saying?
He's still a writer.
He had more of that street element. You know what I'm saying? And like I really liked his music. I really liked him. I watched him more like through social media doing like freestyles and shit. And I've actually went to go listen to him. Like I know he's on, I think Jim Jones maybe last album or something like that. I think he's on there. But like, you know, he was a dope ass MC, and you don't want to lose anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know, it's just starting to sink in that Nipsey's been gone for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, it's starting to sink in that we lost Kobe before this pandemic. Like for me, that I'm just now beginning to accept that, like he's gone for real. And like Fred the Godson was one of those MCs where I was like, yo, it's gonna be really cool to see him go mainstream and bar motherfuckers up, and like not even change, but just go kicking them same dope ass bars over dope ass production. And it's gonna be really cool to see more and more rappers at the forefront who just spit that real dope shit. So to find out, you know, that he, you know, he succumbed to COVID-19, man, like I was, you know, just as a lover of hip hop, and you want people to win in this game, especially artists that you like their music. I find myself rooting for I don't know what their business practices are, but if I like somebody as an artist, the first thing I usually say is, man, I hope they have the right team behind them, because they deserve a big stage, because they're so dope, you know. But you know, I just wanted to at least acknowledge the fact that, yo, you know, we're in the Midwest. So, you know, it's different. You know, folks on the East Coast probably really know Fred the Godson's music and known him well before we knew him. But I just wanted to, you know, just pay homage for him. Like, dog was like a dope ass MC. And, you know, this is another one of those examples that, you know, this shit doesn't have, you know, the virus isn't going through a filter and blocking people out. It's like anybody can get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
No, that shit real.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to give him some love, shout him out, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P., man, and much love and prayers to your family and shit.
Right.
Because I hear he was a dad as well, so that shit struck. Yeah. And a husband, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so motherfuckers lost other shit.
I think, like, and I think I said this before on the podcast, like, dying is not my fear. Dying before, like, my kids are grown and I got, like, grandkids and shit, I think that's probably one of my biggest fears. Like,
okay.
Because, like, my dad died, I think he was, like, 50. So, like, a couple of my sisters were grown. I was, like, maybe 3, and I think my youngest brother on my dad's side was either just born or in the process of going to be born within like a few months.
Okay.
So like 50, 47, 49, whatever he was, it's still a young age.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, you know, like now he has like if he was alive, he has like a shitload of like grandkids and great grandkids. Like I got nephews that are like damn near my age. Word. So like, you know, I got kids and my nephews got kids, and like if he was living now, this would be like the prime grandfather like time. Like,
yeah,
you know, you got grandkids, great grandkids. I think so. When I see people dying, or I see dads dying,
yeah,
like I think my heart goes out to one. Like, yeah, the family has to deal with the death, but like there's like a whole nother phase of life that child has to go through.
Yep.
Without like that other parent, like,
yeah, man,
that like I know like society has done like a huge disservice in like minimizing the role of fathers in the kid's life, But like that shit is like, it's like horrible. Like it's fucking detrimental.
Man.
Like
Man. I definitely echo your sentiment, bro. It's one of those things, and like you say, it's the fear of not being able to see your kids get older. It's the fear of, just shit like that. That's big, man. That I was talking to my kids in Georgia. It's like having 4 kids. It's interesting, dude, just to like navigate personalities and shit.
Right.
And like so like, and because all 4 of my kids, while they have some similarities that I can group them, but then their differences is like that's the most shit you got to be most aware of. So like I remember just like talking to my kids, actually just yesterday, and they were saying, like
he just said "nuck if you buck," my nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
He said somebody outside.
Oh,
they were just talking about like how like we've been through this shit. Like, you know what, Dad? Like we feel like we feel closer to you, and they're like than we feel like we have been in different spaces, because they're like, well, because we can tell you're so happy now. So it's like, imagine other people that we have lost. We're also having pivotal points in their relationships with other people in their lives, and then it was unfortunately cut short due to this pandemic, bro. So like another thing it led me to was this is not the time. This is one of the times where you got to self-examine, because we don't if you find yourself holding a grudge through a pandemic, like kind of like like a serious legit grudge through a pandemic, it also goes back to the shit that we were talking about earlier, fam, just like humanity.
Yep.
Like, I mean, we as people have to understand that we're not perfect, we're not all one and the same, but to exist in a world that we all feel comfortable and at peace, some shit you just gotta let go of, fam. Because other people, I lost a cousin when we were young. We were like 19. We had just graduated high school. And I always think about him because I'm like, I was just starting to get off the ground with this rap shit. And one of the last conversations was like, yo, we should do some shit together, because like when we were kids, when we were really young, we used to write rap songs together. And like, so it was just like, we should do some shit together. And then, when Trip and I, we lost a really cool guy who was close to us, our homie Shaw. And that was another situation. Me and him would hit each other up like, yo, yeah, man, we gonna get up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's somebody that you genuinely love and you care for. But, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Shaw was here, he would have been a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just different things like that. So this is the time that you find, I'm not here to judge people that want to hold on to those grudges, but what I want to do is to challenge you. Get past that hurt. Get past that hurt. Like, and sometimes it takes some healing to do, and that's fucking okay. Especially us men, like while we are fixers, it's like, but we still sometimes feel away. So like as men, this is one of those situations, fam, where it's like, we got to look at ourselves. Yep, we know, protect our loved ones first and foremost. Make that money to provide for our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Those things. Connect with the people that I really fuck with. But like, this ain't the time for me to be holding on. Right. Just holding on to just. It take energy to hate.
It really do.
I ain't got the energy. Yo, Trouble is wilding out. He's snapping.
Yeah, man. Somebody gonna catch hands.
I don't know. It's either one of the neighbors or something, but I keep checking the door because I told you the camera coming today. So like, stop. It was like Tuesday. I had a hat press coming.
Yeah.
And baby girl had some shoes coming, some Vans. And these was coming like 2 separate deliveries from FedEx. Mm-hmm. That same day, Junior had some computer parts coming because he's building a computer.
Okay.
While they're on break, he's building a gaming computer.
Where?
So we've been ordering parts or whatever. The hat press and the shoes never showed up, but they told us they delivered it.
Oh, hell no.
However, the gaming computer parts were here.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, you hear how much trouble Bart with somebody just walking past the house.
Yeah. So
they're saying that they said the shoes came at 12 or 12:30, and the hat press came at like 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
So trouble never barked. So that means nobody came to the door.
Yeah.
But when the computer parts came at like 2, trouble went crazy barking. My son came out his room.
Yep.
Got the parts off the porch.
Yep.
So that's why I keep checking, because the computer parts came from Amazon. They always open, because my porch is closed in. You know that, Speak. Yep. They always open the door, throw the parts on the closed in porch.
Yeah.
For some reason, and UPS does it too, but for some reason FedEx is cool with just sitting the shit outside on the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've never lost a package from anybody else. FedEx is the only ones that says like they delivered shit and then it's not here.
You know what? It's so funny. I experienced something like that as well, where it's pretty much like and that's why shout out to the companies that like I believe it's Amazon. They'll drop some shit. They actually take a picture of it.
They take a picture
with the address there. Because that happened one time with us where somebody's like, I delivered it to this address, and they responded, because you know how you can chat with the person who's delivering your stuff. And then they took a picture of it, and my wife was like, that ain't my address. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. That is not, and like, it wasn't something that, to the level of like these products that, like that you're looking for, but it's still at the same time, it's like, fam, don't have my food smelling like weed, and don't say you delivered to my address and you fucking down the block somewhere. I'm like,
right. Or if you fucked up, admit you fucked up. Like, y'all got insurance on these fucking packages anyway.
Right.
So if you fucked up, admit you fucked up, but don't be trying to be like it got stolen. No, motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
you didn't deliver it. Like, stop that shit. Because like it doesn't add up. Like, so you're telling me that like somebody came by within like 2 hours spans or made 2 trips and stole 2 separate packages?
Right. It just ain't gonna happen.
Right. And they were like, well, sometimes bigger packages get stolen first. Well, on Monday, we got a big ass box from eBay because I ordered myself 2 pairs of shoes and I ordered the kids' shoes. And they set that shit outside the porch.
Right.
And nobody touched that box.
Right. And motherfuckers, no trouble is there. So anybody coming up to that door, fam. Like anybody coming up to that door. Like, come on.
That, and then like, even though I'm not in like the best, I'm not like in the burbs, but my block is quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like a high traffic block.
Yeah.
A lot of older people, a lot of homeowners and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's not one of them ones where like motherfuckers just walking past and like, I'm gonna go grab this box and run.
Yeah. That's definitely not that kind of block.
They wasn't saying motherfuckers stole that shit. They were saying you stole.
I know.
You know
I know.
Hey, you want to get a good laugh though? Just Google FedEx GIF. That's all you got to do, man. I don't even like order shit for places that use FedEx no more, dog.
Really?
Man, they be fucking up, dude.
I didn't know until this.
I work for FedEx. Did you know? Y'all don't know that I work for FedEx, but just in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Every house in my neighborhood that got the same number as my house.
Yeah.
I get shit.
Word.
So now I got to take it to no, nigga, this is 2121 this street. You want 21 that street. So
and that was my thing. Like you delivered my shit to the wrong house. Ain't nobody finna, you delivered a heavy ass hat press in some vans to the wrong house. Ain't nobody finna turn that shit in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even know what that is. Hey, yeah. But you saw Deion Cole, fam. When white people find shit, they turn it in. When black people find shit, they call it a blessing.
Oh my God! On his special, that shit was hilarious,
so
bro.
It's a nigga around the corner just started a hat press business, fam. He finna make hats that say all kind of fly shit on.
Oh man, he's like, he finna be a millionaire.
He finna make some money.
So how? Talk to me about how you got into this business. One day I just woke up.
Got blessed.
You know what I'm saying? it was a blessing. I had just finished eating my food. You know what I'm saying? Dog. I went outside to get the mail. And
dog, I bet
I looked down.
You finna see plenty.
And what do you have?
Dog, like, yo, that's crazy, fam.
I was blessed.
Did they get you your new shit though?
They was trying to stall me. It was like, well, we're gonna wait. Give us to Friday. So Friday hit, nobody said shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I emailed them. I was like, look, this Friday, either you're going to send me a new hat press or you're going to send me a refund.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because I didn't get it. I was like, I got orders. I embellished. I was like, I got orders that I need to fill. I got deadlines to meet, yada, yada, yada.
But do you know how many asses I need my product in?
So they were like, well, we checked and FedEx said they delivered it. Well, actually, they said the post office, and that's how I know that the sender is bullshitting. They was hoping I was gonna let the shit slide because they said post office. FedEx is not post office. They was like they're gonna do an investigation because tampering with mail is a federal offense. I know that, motherfucker. And they was like, so when they contact you, we would appreciate if you cooperate, and we're gonna start to process your refund.
Wow. Jesus.
So like,
messed up, dude.
It's hard. It's hard out here in these streets, fam.
Hey, maybe you could find that blessed nigga and give him $50 for it or something. Buy it back.
Man.
I had to go buy some tools back from the pawn shop.
Part of me want to go look on like Facebook Marketplace and see if somebody's talking about.
Just fresh out the box,
man. Hey, don't put what it is because that motherfucker might not know what it is. Let's go say one of these.
Man,
you want to buy one of these? That's the ad.
He said, right now, I got one of these, Nim.
I got one of these. 200. I got one of these. 200.
I got one of these, Nim. Now everybody needs one. If you ain't got one of these, you losing.
That's messed up, dog.
Man, anything else to kind of close the show out? Any other remarks or thoughts, feelings, concerns that we have not touched upon?
You know what? Yeah. I made a request on my Facebook page that everybody post videos of themselves trying to get sunshine on the inside of their body. I haven't had anybody take me up on that yet, but I also challenged my Facebook friends that want to open everything back up right away.
Okay.
And, that they would post the address of their favorite grocery stores, the ones that they shop at right now, so that I could make that address public so that all the people in the city of Milwaukee would know that they can get what they need at their grocery stores. And they wouldn't do that either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, obviously this shit ain't what y'all thinking it is. It ain't what you saying.
Yeah.
Fall back on your bullshit, man. Chill a little bit, man. Let's figure this shit out. The goal is only to stop the spread, man. I don't think it's no great conspiracy to try to destroy the American economy. There's fucking Americans doing it. Why the fuck do Americans want to destroy the American economy, bro?
Yeah, nobody who's making money wants to not make money.
Oh.
And even this is where you know it's real when the top 1% is like, yo, no, we want y'all back out here in these streets making y'all money. Because we want to keep making our money off of y'all. So it's like, you know, so it's like for me, that right there surpasses the conspiracy. The conspiracy is back into, you know, like we were talking about where it came from, yada yada yada. I'm more at this point, my interest has been more focused on the solution. I think that's why I used to go daily and look at the numbers.
Right.
I used to go daily to look at the numbers to see how it's, you know, rocking here in Wisconsin and what's going on where my two daughters live in Georgia, because I wanted to see, you know. But now,
mayor a gangster though. That Atlanta mayor, she a gangster.
Oh yeah, the Atlanta mayor is, and shout out to business owners. Some business owners like Killer Mike was like, yes, I know we opening up on Friday. No, swag shop won't be open.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'm not saying, you know, it's Killer Mike. We know he's not broke. We know he don't. We know he has multiple streams of income, but we also know he's a boss, and those are his employees.
Yep.
So, but you know, talking about somebody that you can take a stand like, yo, we're not opening back up.
Nah.
We're just not.
And fam, please stop saying 100 motherfuckers need to take they $1,200 and open a business, dog. Ain't never seen no business with a fucking 100 partner. That shit ain't going. Shut the fuck up.
Who's saying that?
Dog, you ain't supposed to do nothing. You're supposed to elevate with 1,200, dog.
I've seen people. I saw a meme that said something like, it was like somebody, were you looking and then there's somebody hiding, and it was like when you spot the person that said that they can help you flip your stipend.
You know what I did with that 1,200? I blew that 1,200 on all the shit that I want to buy that I can't buy because I pay bills.
Yep. It's supposed to stimulate the economy to keep shit going. So when we open back up, we right back into it. I ain't mad at you for that, dog. But dude,
so when that shit came in, I was like, baby girl, what size shoe you wear again?
Right.
Like, Junior, what size shoe you up to? Like, we was ordering Jordans and Air Maxes and computer parts. And
so what do you?
The only good thing that's gonna come from 100 motherfuckers in one place is a football gang, fam. Because there's 53 niggas on each team. Dog. 100 business partners, fam. Dog, what would this podcast be like with 100 motherfuckers on it, man? Can you even do that on Zoom?
Yeah, you can upgrade for that. You can upgrade.
You can do it.
We would each say 2 words.
You know what we would do?
If it's 100 of us, man,
we would give them the wrong meeting ID. We would give them the wrong meeting ID and like,
exactly.
Like, no, we was there.
You get a penny a dollar, Trip. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a penny a dollar.
Like your business would have to super boom to make any money.
And what business would that be? Because even if you did, so what's that?
What business you gonna open with? What is that? $100,000?
$120,000.
What you gonna open with it? Like, it's only like you only need like 10,000 to franchise like a Steak and Shake or a Subway. Who made that shit up?
That's what's floating around, dog. Pool your money, man, and start doing. That's it, dude.
I don't even know 100 motherfuckers that I trust.
Dude, that matters. Why that matter? Dog,
you ain't trying to. You just ain't trying to make this money, man. You just ain't trying to make this money.
Yeah, you don't want it. You the problem.
You ain't trying to rise up.
You the problem.
I ain't trying to get beat either.
Dog, 100 motherfuckers with no plan.
Trying to access the same bank account.
Yeah.
Right.
Dog, soon as somebody's son get arrested, that shit over. We needed some bail, business accountant. Man, go on.
No, I was told that I was gonna get the refund back, so wasn't nobody gonna miss it.
Everybody trying to get a family discount.
Yep, discounts, hookups. No, I'm good, fam. I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I said it. I don't have faith in men, especially. And when it comes to money, I don't have faith in men in social circumstances. Damn sure ain't got faith in them motherfuckers financially. Don't that shit. Any motherfucker that talk percentages instead of dollars with me when it come to money, I'm already done listening to you, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, make a penny a dollar, Trip. Now you want to make more money, then you got to grow it. Whatever this business is that you didn't have no plan for, that's somehow.
Dude,
Yeah, stop that shit, fam. Enjoy your 1200, man. Spend it in your community. Spend it if you pro-black and black-owned businesses. Spend it with them. And help them keep their doors open. You get a few things you want, man. Improve your quality of life. And keep it moving till we can get this shit back how it was. That's all I got.
I feel you. What about you, Dima? Any parting words?
Man, the sun's shining. I don't know. I'm gonna take a walk today.
Man,
okay. It do look nice outside, man.
Try to avoid people.
I'm just scared to leave the house.
It's supposed to be like 60 or something like that today.
It's supposed to be like in the high 50s, but I can't go nowhere until my camera comes. I'd be damned if they tell me that they left it again.
Bro,
we did leave it.
Matter of fact, I'm finna put Trouble on the leash. We just gonna sit on the stairs so the motherfuckers show up.
Nice.
Oh, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Damon, make sure you keep your mouth open to something, man, so you can get that sunlight on the inside of you.
That's a good point.
If you put a reflector on your chin, you gotta put a reflector on your chin.
Right.
So
just go outside in some Timberlands and a Speedo, and you get all the sunlight you can.
Hell no, stupid dude.
Good thing I got my 1200 to order in Timberlands.
Wrap some aluminum. Wrap some Timberlands in aluminum foil.
Wearing an aluminum
so you get all the reflection from the sun.
Oh, dude, that is awesome, dude. This is where we need somebody to do like some cartooning for the Melodrama podcast, because like some aluminum foil Tims, bro.
The extra reflection, fam.
Dude, that is awesome, fam.
Or mirrors or something, dog.
You know? Well, fam, I mean, it's been a great show. And I kind of I love the fact, we're just going to continue to have just flowing discussions. I think that's kind of where our niche is. We have some talking points, but if we get to them, we get to them. If not, oh the fuck well.
Right.
Hey, I got some homework for everybody before next Sunday.
Oh shit. Okay.
Let's make a list of all the dumbest quotes and statements that Trump has made since he's been in office.
Oh yeah,
we only got 2 hours.
When this motherfucker got on national TV, it said that I got hundreds of governors calling me every day about reopening. And nobody called him on that shit. I'm sitting here where did this motherfucker go to school? Because last time I checked, we only got 50 states.
Each state got 4 governors.
Dude said
then we being cheated because we only got 3.
Dog.
Right.
The motherfucking president said
Where's
that.
our other 3?
Yeah.
The president said that.
Dude said, I got hundreds of governors calling me every day. He said, I got hoes.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up, dog.
I got hoes. In different area codes.
I don't know what you do.
Oh, dude, man. Well, I like to thank everybody for tuning in, checking us out, man. You can continue to find us here. You know what I'm saying? We'll also begin to post our different clips from some of our favorite episodes and moments in those favorite episodes.
Word.
So if you're introducing the Melodrama podcast to somebody, you can refer them to a different clip. So I was telling Trip earlier, one of the ones I'm definitely going to go back and search for and put up ASAP on our YouTube page is BBW's Taste Like Strawberry Starburst.
You ain't even got to search for it. It's
on there.
It should be on our IGTV.
It's on there.
Okay, so I can take it from there and put it right up there. So, okay, cool. So that's what I'm going to do, man. So, well, again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's been the Melodrama podcast. And like always, we couldn't care less, but we fucking love y'all. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Get the fuck out.
Man. Put my shit at,
Oh, man. That shit is hilarious, dude.
Oh, shit. Am I a vain motherfucker? I didn't even know you could hide your self view.
Yep. So when
I need to do that.
What you mean?
I could hide my self view and then my screen would just show y'all.